Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we are back with another recap of Season 5, Episode 2 of Slow Horses. The episode opens, we see the van with the bad guys from the previous episode. This guy comes on out, goes to the back of the van, opens it up, and we see where they have all of their weapons stashed. Takes a handgun out, makes sure it's loaded, and then screws on a suppressor to the tip. We then see Roddy running up the stairs to his apartment, puts the key in, opens the door. He then hears something moving around his unit. He then begins investigating, seeing where the noise is coming from. He is quite paranoid in this situation. He then takes a massive, and I mean massive, sword off the wall to ward off whoever this is in his apartment, and we are about to find out exactly who that is as he makes his way up the stairs, but not without cutting open his light in the ceiling with the sword. He then warns whoever's on the other side that he's armed, and he busts in the door. It is then revealed that this suspected burglar is none other than Jackson Lamb himself. Jackson then makes comments about Roddy's waterbed, his big beautiful waterbed. Lamb then makes one of his classic comments to Roddy. Something about losing his virginity before he drinks that bottle of champagne in his room. Jackson then asks Roddy if he noticed anyone tailing him. He says no, but as we know, he is being tailed by these assassins and his suspected girlfriend, who we met last episode. Jackson then says nothing surprises him more than a real-life woman wanting to spend time with Roddy. That's how he knows something's up right away. We then see Shirley outside Roddy's apartment, I'm guessing on lookout for the group of attackers / assassins, but I'm assuming these people know who she is. We then see the attacker with the suppressed pistol walking up the stairs to Roddy's apartment. He then puts down his mask so nobody knows who he is. He can't be seen, and apparently he has a key to Roddy's apartment. I'm guessing that was given to him by Roddy's supposed not-so-girlfriend. The attacker then makes his way into Roddy's apartment through the front door and makes his way upstairs, where he then finds Jackson and Roddy in the bedroom, where he is then attacked and ran out of the apartment. The attacker makes his way into the bedroom. We see Roddy in the bed, and he is surprise attacked by Jackson, where he sprays bleach in his face, and then Roddy swings the sword at the attacker. He then falls off the roof and basically kills himself, but somehow survives. Now Shirley is on her way after the attacker. We then see the van, and these people come out with literal assault rifles, and they shoot up to the roof of the building at Roddy and Jackson. At Shirley as well. All hell breaks loose. These people are trying to get their shots off, and Shirley is running after the wounded attacker. The other attackers leave in the van. Roddy says, "Sure wanted one of us dead," and Jackson Lamb comes back with, "Yeah, you dumb prick. You." We then see the opening cinematic for Slow Horses for the second time this season. The wounded attacker then makes a phone call, and he informs the others that he did not get Roddy. He was unable to get Roddy. We then see Shirley continuing to run after the wounded guy, and the wounded guy continues to make a run for it. Jackson then is talking to Roddy, and he brings up that Roddy's girlfriend is the only one that knows he lives there, and he's still under the impression that she has nothing to do with it. But little does he know. Shirley and the wounded attacker then get into a slight scuffle. I think the wounded attacker might actually be the guy that assassinated the original killer in the beginning of the last episode, but I could be wrong there. You guys let me know in the comments. She then picks up a syringe with a needle, which will be used later, don't worry. Shirley is then hit in the back with a skateboard, and they are at a skate park, kicking and punching and beating each other with skateboards. Shirley then grabs the rusty, disgusting needle and stabs the attacker in the thigh, and then beats him with the skateboard over the needle. The wounded attacker then hobbles off, and Shirley is left on the ground. The wounded attacker then makes his way to the van, and they speed off like hell. He apologizes for failing the mission, and the others then express worry that MI5 is going to look into them because of the mistake the wounded attacker just made. One of the other attackers then said we needed them confused and scared. The wounded attacker then asked them to take him to the hospital, and they say there's a few things they need to get to first, So basically, they're just going to let this guy die instead of taking him to the hospital. So they don't make it obvious what's going on here and that it's a team effort. And all right, we're now with Emma and Diana in the office now, where Diana is reviewing Emma's review, making sure all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed. And Diana then awkwardly says that she's going home, so Emma needs to stay and she can put her feet up on one of the benches. Jackson and Roddy then make their way up to the 52nd floor, I'm guessing of this like hotel resort bar kind of thing, to discuss the happenings with the team of Slough House. Roddy gets his Red Bull, Jackson gets his drink. Jackson then gives Roddy the pen and paper and tells him to write everything down that he told his supposed girlfriend. We then see Mr. River Cartwright for the first time this episode, working out, doing some pull-ups, still stressed out from last week, I'm assuming. J.K. Coe is there to inform River that somebody shot up Ho's flat. And surprisingly, I think for the first time in Slow Horses history, they're actually having Coe and River do something, and honestly, this is the first time ever I think Coe's ever opened his mouth. So River and Coe are tasked with heading to his girlfriend's house to do some investigating. We then see Diana get out of a vehicle and make her way home, where she is then seen pouring a glass of wine. Here's a ring at the doorbell. This man, I'm not sure what his name is, I don't know if we've seen him before, but he says to Diana that he can help him. He can help her trace the weapon that was used because it was stolen from him or his company. For giving her this information, he wants her to keep his name out of the news and out of the public. The man says the weapons went missing from a trade fair. The man then hands Diana the list and leaves. Okay, I've just discovered apparently this man's name is Peter. We then see the van with the bad guys in it. And this guy is extremely beat up. He's asking where they are, and he's wondering why they haven't taken him to the hospital yet. They then begin to argue that they should be taking the guy to the hospital, but we all know this is Slow Horses, it ain't gonna happen. The man says he will draw attention if we go to the hospital, and they do not need that right now. One of the other people in the van then literally suffocates the guy that was attacked and injured to death. So he is physically unable to open his mouth to cause them any risk of being noticed. Back with Mr. Lamb now. He gets a call from Catherine. Catherine then begins to make her way up to the top of the hotel. We then are with J.K. Coe and River, and they are at the supposed girlfriend's house of Roddy Ho, and they're going to go knock on the door and find out some more information. They ring the doorbell. We then see J.K. Coe's weapon of choice. The crazy old lady then answers the door, telling him to fuck off, fuck off. We then see her son come and tell her to put the knife down. River then says he's looking for a woman in her 20s named Tara, and the son says she's not there. Push knife. That's what J.K. Coe's weapon is, a push knife. It is then revealed that the girlfriend of Roddy, or supposed girlfriend of Roddy, was actually in that home, and she was just hiding from them. We then see a bridge with two of the attackers and three random people, kind of look like strange people. The attackers then hand this random guy a boom boom exploder device and says to watch the news tomorrow. They then run off with the device. We then see Jackson, Roddy, Catherine, and Shirley sitting down. Shirley then tells Lamb that she lost the attacker, but not only after she stabbed him in the thigh with the syringe. I want to stick a pencil in my eye and headbutt the table. Diana gives Emma the list of weapons missing from the fair. Emma then says they're in the process of trying to locate Roddy to bring him in to MI5. Shirley and River then begin arguing, and it doesn't seem like they're going to get anywhere. Jackson then takes a massive shot at River by saying that his world went crazy when his grandpa went gaga and his daddy tried to blow him up. Wow. Massive shots fired at River from Jackson, Shirley then shoulder checks River. Jackson then tells the cashier that 20 minutes from now, a hot blonde and a bunch of guys in suits are going to show up. Tell them we're back at the office. Still, after all this, Roddy is convinced that his girlfriend, quote-unquote, has nothing to do with it. Back with the guys in the van now, they're dragging out this guy's dead body straight out of the van and just threw him on the side of the road like he's nothing. They then pour some kind of, I'm assuming, gasoline all over his body. They then light him up, leaving him on the side of the road, burning up in flames. They then drive off and they just leave him there burning. We then cut to Mr. Claude for the first time this episode, having a nice little jog around a park. He has some kind of headphones in and he's listening to some kind of radio show, it looks like. A fairly large, bald man then walks up to Claude. His name is Cole. Turns out Cole is a reporter and he wants Claude to answer all these questions about him being with another woman in some kind of hotel and this and that. He then calls him, assuming his boss, and tells him that Claude ran away terrified. What secrets are about to be dug up on Mr. Claude? Back with Diana and Emma now. Diana says to go in weapons drawn. They're not playing no games. They then kick the door into Slough House with their weapons drawn to find Mr. Roddy Ho. And they literally have all of Slough House at gunpoint after they found Roddy Ho. The lady then gives them the command that it's all clear. Diana makes her way up to speak with Jackson, where it is then revealed that the same bullets found at the shooting from last week's episode were found at Roddy's apartment, meaning that the people that are after him are the same people that were part of the shooting and the murder of the other person last week. Slough House is then put on lockdown, and Roddy is shortly after taken into custody. Diana makes her way out of Slough House, where Roddy is then grabbed and taken in. He gives a very, very strange look to Emma on his way out, and she is slightly taken back by it. A car then decides to catch on fire, and we see the man that received the item from the killers. So I'm assuming they put that gas in his car, and his car is now going to explode. And that is where episode 2 of season 5 of Slow Horses comes to a close. If you enjoyed my recap, you can feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in the future. I also have an Amazon storefront link down below, along with all the products used to create this video. So if you could check out my Amazon storefront, it would be greatly appreciated. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a great day.